Hello everyone, welcome to ETHIO Blend. This is Solomon. In this final tutorial, I will demonstrate how to set up lighting and a procedural wood material for a barrel model in Blender. Please support us by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell for updates. Stay tuned until the end. Let's get started. Only a simple support has been added. First, select the barrel and freeze the subdivision for quicker work. Press Shift A to add a camera. Then press 7 for top view. Move the camera along the y-axis to the front. Next, split the window. Press 0 to switch to camera view. For large scenes like landscapes, a short focal length works well, but for product rendering, we need a longer focal length. Change the focal length, setting it to 110 for now. Press N to open the Transform Properties tab. To rotate the camera approximately 75 degrees on the x-axis. Adjust the X, Y, and Z locations as needed. For now, hide the camera by pressing H. Let's create the background by pressing Shift A, selecting Mesh, and adding a plane. Switch to Edit mode. And scale it twice by pressing S. Select an edge. Press E to extrude along the Z-axis. Then select the middle edge and press Ctrl B to bevel, adding loops as desired with the middle mouse scroll. Switch back to object mode and apply smooth shading. Now let's create the light. Press Shift A, go to lamp and add an area light. Move it up along the Z-axis and rotate it 90 degrees on the X-axis by pressing R. In the light properties, change the size to 1 and scale the light along the Z-axis twice to make it rectangular. Press G to grab and move the light to the desired area. Then rotate it towards the object by pressing R. Press Ctrl B to select the render boundary and switch to render view to see the light effect on the model. The shadow is cast behind the object, which is good. To soften the shadow, we need additional area lights. 3 lights in total are needed. Press 7 for top view. Change the pivot point to the 3D cursor and press Shift D to duplicate the light. Rotate the duplicated light 120 degrees by pressing R. Duplicate again and rotate the second light another 120 degrees. To adjust the lighting position, hold Shift to select the 3 lights and rotate them as desired. The main light should come from the front. In the light properties, set the strength to 30. Let's check the light at a strength of 100. Press Ctrl B to select the render boundary. Switch to render view. It's too strong. Revert it back to 30. Select the second light, the fill light. To demonstrate its effect, hide the third light. This fill light is positioned opposite the main light to reduce shadows. Set its strength to 20, lower than the main light. The third light is the backlight, which eliminates the model from behind. Set its strength to about 50. This creates a nice balanced lighting effect. Strong exposure can wash out the model's texture and color. Now let's create the material. Switch from the 3D viewport to the node editor and change to camera view by pressing 0. Select the render border with Ctrl B to focus on the material. Select the ring. Go to Material Properties and press New. Change from Diffuse to Principled Base CDF. Renaming it to Ring. Set the base color to black. Metallic value to 1 and leave the specular value at 0.5. One ring is hidden because we freeze the subdivision of the barrel. To view the material specularity without roughness, press Ctrl B to select the render boundary and switch to render view. The material appears shiny, which is undesirable as it compromises the metallic properties. Adjust the roughness value to 0.2 or lower. Next, select the P and press New in the material properties. Rename it to P. Change from diffuse to principal. And set the base color to gold. The hex code I used is BC9A37. As this is metal, set the metallic value to 1. Leave the specular at 0.5 and adjust roughness to 0.3. Now we will create the wood material for the barrel procedurally using nodes. Press Ctrl B to select the render boundary. Select the barrel, go to Material Properties and press New. Rename it to Barrel. Change from diffuse to Principal BSDF. And press Ctrl T to add Node Wrangler. If Node Wrangler isn't installed, go to File, User Preferences and install it. Since we wouldn't use any image texture, press X to remove it. Press Shift A, go to Texture and add Musgrave texture. Please pay attention to this part for a clear understanding. Connect the mapping vector to the Musgrave vector. Hold Ctrl Shift, then select the Musgrave texture to direct the material output. Currently, there is no visible change beside a black color. To fix this, switch from UV to generated mapping. Before adjusting the Musgrave texture, change the mapping scale. Increasing the x-axis scale compresses it. So set the x-axis scale to 10. Similarly, increasing the y-axis scale compresses it, but we want to stretch it. So set the y-axis scale to 0.1. Increasing the z-axis scale will widen the stretched line. So set this scale to 5. Now let's adjust the Musgrave properties. Keep the scaling the same and set the detail to 15. Decreasing the lacunarity reduces the amount, but increasing it enhances the black and white contrast. Set it to around 2. Next, press Shift D to duplicate the Musgrave texture and drop it here. Adding another Musgrave texture changes the material pattern. Set the scaling to around 30 for increased detail, but lower the detail to 2 due to higher pattern detail. Decrease the lacunarity slightly to 1.5 for better visibility of black and white. To clarify the wood pattern obscured by high contrast. To resolve this issue, press Shift A, navigate to Texture and select Noise Texture. Press Shift A under Converter to add a color ramp. Connect the color to the factor. Increase the detail to 15. To view the noise texture on the material output, hold Ctrl Shift then select the color ramp. Notice the low contrast between black and white. Next, press Shift A, go to Color and add Mix RGB. Connect the Musgrave color to the color input and the color ramp color to the color input as well. Hold Ctrl Shift and select Mix RGB to view the material output. Setting the factor to 1 displays only the noise texture, while a setting of 0 reveals only the Musgrave texture. To blend the two textures, use a factor of 0.5. But since I prefer the noise texture, I will set it to 0.75. As you can see, the pattern and the detail are quite nice. Press Shift A, navigate to Converter, and add a color ramp. Select the black color and change it to light brown using hexacode CD813A. Then click the plus sign to add a new color, changing it to dark brown with hexacode 482811. Lastly, update the white color to light brown using hexacode B6682E. You can rearrange the color as desired. Press Shift A again to add another color ramp. Connecting Mix RGB to the color ramp's factor, and then link color ramp to roughness. Hold Ctrl Shift and select the color ramp to view the material output. Let's increase the black color to set its effect. Then select the principal BSCDF to examine the output, and connect the color ramp color to the principal base color, noting that black indicates high specularity while white denotes roughness. Adjust the black value from 0 to 0.25 for a touch of specularity, and modify the white value to 0.5 for a little roughness. You can adjust the black and white values as preferred. The wood pattern, specularity, and roughness looks great. Next, press Shift A, go to Vector and add a bump node for added detail. Connect Mix RGB to bump height and the vector to vector, reducing the bump strength to 0.1 for a better result. With bump applied, the material looks impressive, demonstrating that you can create wood texture procedurally using only nodes. This is the final render result. Thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial is helpful. So if you liked the video, please hit the like button. And if you are new, please subscribe to this channel and join our family. Until we meet again, bye bye.